Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great today. Wow, thank you all so much for celebrating me. I mean, you guys made this arguably the best birthday celebration of my life. And I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who celebrated me, who sent wishes and sent gifts and stuff like that. I deeply, deeply appreciate you guys. God bless you. And I pray that celebration will never cease in your own life. Okay, so I have one more request from you guys. I need another birthday gift. And if you can give me that birthday gift, I'm telling you, that will be the best birthday gift you ever gave me. And that gift is that as soon as you see this video, I would love for you to please make it a duty to share this video as widely as you possibly can, because I believe that the information I'm about to share with us is that important. It's very, very, very important and very vital. Okay? Now, I don't dream a lot. I could go a whole year and dream just about 2, 3, or 4 times max. I don't dream a lot. But every time that I dream, nearly every single thing that I've dreamed about comes to pass almost verbatim, just the way I saw them in my dreams. And that's why this particular dream sent chills down my spine, because the way it came, no other dream I've had in my whole life has ever come like that. Now, I don't sleep that early. I'm a very nocturnal person. I sleep maybe past midnight every day, sometimes 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. That's when I sleep. So I think on this very day, I think it was about 1:30 a.m. or something like that, I'd gone to bed. And just shortly after, of course, I found myself in this dream. So in that dream, I was walking on the streets of Lagos Island, I think somewhere around Broad Street, where you have all those skyscrapers, high-rise buildings, right? So I saw that very clear. That's where I was, and I was walking. And then all of a sudden, I noticed the bombs were dropping, missiles were coming. I looked into the skies and I saw these things were coming with fire. They would drop and then explode. Boom. They would just drop in left, right, center, everywhere. People were running helter skelter. People were screaming and running, and people were getting hurt and dying. And I'm like, what's going on? So I quickly took cover. And many others were taking cover, but some others were not so lucky. And the thing was just getting to them. So there was so much chaos. It was pandemonium like you've never seen before. I mean, it was so massive that nobody knew what was happening. Nobody knew where to run to. But I was able to take cover, and I was saying to myself, I remember saying to myself in the dream, this has got to be the Third World War. But why is it happening to Nigeria? Remember the video I told you that scared me about 2022, which I posted on my YouTube channel? In that video, everything the man said, he never mentioned Africa. And I was silently, quietly celebrating the fact that Africa has been exempted from all the whole calamities that they are already saying will happen when the Third World War begins. So I'm like, Africa is a safe haven. That was what I was thinking of in the dream when I saw this happening, because it dawned on me that this was Third World War. And I was shocked that Africa, especially Nigeria, was being affected by it. And so while I was still in that deep shock and we were all running around trying to take cover, I saw a fighter jet that just came with so much speed. As soon as it came, it stood. It got suspended over there, mid-air, suspended. And I looked, I was able to see very clearly. I think I saw 2 Arab pilots inside the fighter jet. They have their turban or something around their head. And I saw them. They were not smiling. They were not frowning. They were just expressionless. And so as I was looking at the fighter jet, I saw the fighter jet moving from where it stopped, because it just stopped and stood up there. And then suddenly started moving this way. It moved and moved, and then went and stood above the tallest building, whatever tallest building you know that is there in that place, in that part of Lagos. That's the building where it stood. It stood over the building, just a few meters above that building. And the next thing I heard was that there was this serious gunshot that started coming. It was like a revolver. It started coming out from the fighter jet. So the fighter jet was just slowly rotating around. As it was rotating, the bullets were going. Big bullets were going out. They were going out, and I could see people. In fact, the bombs did not kill a quarter of what that kind of bullet was doing to people. I saw many more people dying from that, because it was rotating and shooting non-stop, and people were dying and dying. And I was trying to understand what in the world is going on. How can a fighter jet, Arabs, be in Nigeria shooting at people in Lagos? What is going on? It was such massive confusion. But then I ran into safety, and then I was also asking myself, but why am I here, God? Why am I in this place? What is going on? There was so much. And then as they were shooting that and people were dying, I was in this dark place, a place of safety. I looked down and I saw military men wearing brand new uniforms. I saw armored tankers pulling out from different locations as if they were already kept there waiting. They just started pulling out and going to take positions on the streets. Not positions to fight the jet fighter that was killing people, but taking positions as if they want to advance whatever aim that jet fighter had for shooting at people. So they were on the side of the fighter jets. Can you imagine how I felt in this dream? Like, who are these people? They were taking positions like they've been told already to wait, that this day will come. And so when the things started happening, they began to take positions. Everywhere I turned around the whole place, I saw them pulling out from different corners, moving and taking their positions. And I was like, where are the Nigerian military? Are these Nigerian military? How come they're just moving quietly, to just take positions, and they're not even fighting the jet that is shooting at people? And as the confusion was mounting for me, this was happening in the daytime. And I said to myself, okay, so what is going on? Is this a takeover of the nation by Arabs or something? While I was doing that, something very strange happened. I stood there, and while I was not getting any answer to all the questions that flooded my mind in this dream, I was saying to myself, okay, so it's almost like a word of knowledge that dropped in my spirit. Okay, so because it's daytime, they're taking position. It looks like they're going to start rounding people up when night falls. That's what I said in that dream to myself. I said, it looks like these people are waiting for night to fall so they can start rounding people up. Now, not too long after, it was evening and night was falling. And then I looked on another side of the street because I was in a safe place. I saw many multitudes of people running helter-skelter, some falling inside the gutter, and the military men were moving majestically. They were not even in a haste. They had a very long bus that was looking like a train, long bus. I looked into the bus. They had plenty of people that were inside the bus, that were captured and put inside the bus. And as they were moving and people were running, they were still taking some people and putting them inside the bus. I say, here it is. This is my fear confirmed. I said it, that these people are going to start going from one house to go and grab people and put in there. They were just grabbing people and putting inside the bus. And people were running. My goodness. What a dream. It was just death. Death everywhere. Blood was all over. While all that was happening, I just woke up. I have never in my entire life slept and had to wake up from a terrible dream less than 1 hour into my sleep. This was the first time it has ever happened to me. And this is the most traumatizing dream I've ever. I don't even think that I've been able to explain it to you the way I really saw it and the way I felt it. Maybe if there was someone else who knows how to tell stories, they would have been able to tell it even better than what I've just told you. It was gravely traumatizing. I woke up, my body was shaking, my heart was beating, boom, boom, boom. I even rushed to the window to say, because I woke up, I was confused. I thought I was still in that vicinity. I thought my room was the place where I was taking cover. And I ran to the window. This happened to me in real life, physically. I ran to my window to check. And I realized, oh, you're in your room, Joseph. I just came back to my senses. That was how real this was to me. You see why I was sharing that video that I shared with us? I shared that video because I needed so many other people to help me look at it so that we can share our thoughts on what the man was saying. And the reason I even shared it in the first place was because I had already researched so many things in the past that made that video to make sense to me. It was almost like connecting the dots that I had not been able to connect from my researches in the past regarding the Third World War, the second coming of Christ, and all these eschatological things that I share with us all the time. That's why I shared that video, the video that scares me about 2022. I shared it on my YouTube channel. You scroll down, you're going to find it. Even when YouTube placed a restriction on it, I told people that restriction doesn't mean you can't see the video. Just click on it and say, I approve, proceed. You will watch the video. But even though many people were not able to do that, I still had to re-subtitle to show you that same video so you could see for yourself. I'm not making money from this video. I wanted us to see these things so we would know how to channel our prayers. We will know how to pray. I may not have said this when I was describing that dream, but what you're looking at on the screen is exactly how the uniform of those soldiers that I saw in the dream looked. It looked very green, just like this plane. It wasn't a camouflage. And so when I now saw this one and then remembered what I saw in the dream, I was alarmed immediately. Could this be God trying to tell us that there is a planned takeover of our cities and probably even the nation of Nigeria by these terrorists? Could this be what God is showing us? Because this was exactly what the uniform looked like. And the fighter jet pilots were wearing the turban, which you don't normally see every day. So it means that these guys that I saw in that fighter jet could actually be the terrorists themselves. And somebody may be wondering, but how can terrorists gain access to fighter jets? Well, I will probably point you to what happened in Afghanistan recently when the Biden administration abandoned so many American fighter jets in Afghanistan, leaving it in the care of the Taliban, who are actually allowed to make use of it anyhow they want. So while we were there celebrating the fact that the man who revealed those things in the video about the Third World War never mentioned Africa, never mentioned Nigeria, here there's a secret plan from this dream to actually take over. Because, I believe 99.9% that this looming world war is actually going to happen. And in my next video, I'm going to tell you exactly why I believe that this war is almost as good as done. So much is happening. Remember that when the man said those things, when I posted that video, as at the time I was posting the video, there was no wartime agreement between China and Russia. But you witnessed with your own eyes just a few days ago that China has now come into an agreement with Russia. And not just that they are in agreement, both of them now, they came together and jointly issued a statement condemning NATO. I mean, were you not alarmed when you saw that happening? The man said the Third World War is already planned. It's going to be China and Russia and the Arabs trying to take over Europe, and then Israel is also going to be affected from my own little research, and then America. Now, if Arabs are working with China and Russia to take over Europe and then America, you think they're going to leave Africa alone, where the natural resources are? So that's what God is revealing, so that the saints of God in Africa will rise up and pray, because if the Third World War happens, all the superpowers in the world are going to be busy. China will be busy trying to take over Taiwan. Russia is going to be busy trying to take over Ukraine. And then NATO is going to be fighting to take over the remaining states in Eastern Europe and bring them to become part of NATO. And of course, this is why the negotiation they're having is not working, because Russia is saying, promise me that Ukraine will never be a part of NATO. And they say, no, we can't make that promise because we want Ukraine to be a part of NATO. So both sides are disagreeing, and that's why I believe that this war is going to happen. But from that video we posted, the man has made it clear that this was all planned. In the Illuminati code, the same forces that control the left control the right. The forces that control this one that wants to go to war is controlling the one that they want to go to war against. They are all the same. So they make sure they play it like a game. It is only when they want it to happen. When I make the next video that I talked about, I will show you why this war is very necessary, very important for them. We need to pray, people of God. Everybody's going to be busy. China is busy. NATO, European nations are busy. Russia is busy. America is busy. Nobody will raise an alarm against anybody. It's world war. So they're going to make it a full-blown world war. But what have we got on the continent of Africa to protect our territories? Apart from South Africa, I don't even know any other nation in Africa that really has the capacity to ward off an intruding enemy who is coming by air or by any other means. Not to talk of Nigeria. All that we've got now is prayers. I'm telling you, that's all we've got. And that's why I said I'm going to share this dream. I can keep it to myself. And as you're watching this, if you're watching it on any one of my social media platforms or handles, please, if you have seen anything similar, if you had any similar dream, kindly comment and share with us. I want to know if some other people have seen what I saw. I want to know if someone else had a dream like this and doesn't know how to pass it across. I think we need to start sharing these things, because God reveals all these things so that He will be able to redeem us. That's why He revealed it. He wouldn't reveal it just so that it will happen. Just know that I'm about to do this. And then for what? He just revealed it that we may be able to take action and take a spiritual stand and forestall it, and make sure that we abort this plan of the enemy to bring mass carnage upon our cities in Africa. African presidents, you need to review your security apparatuses and your security system. Review it, because a very, very heavy rain is about to fall. This was no ordinary dream. I'm telling you what I know. This is very, very risky, it's very dangerous. And I think we need to take it very seriously. We pray, we plan, and we take position. God bless you.